Yes, absolutely nothing was reported about the trip to Macon. Nothing was reported, even when we 105 vehicle caravan drove from Hayhira to Folsom Bridge, where Mary Turner was lynched. They ignored all of those people. 350 people were ignored. We have had 30 deaths in the Valdosta and Lowndes County Jail from 1994 to 2009. And now the Sheriff Department tells us that they are not even subject to the Open Records Act. And so, in other words, the American people, the people in the state of Georgia, and local citizens, mothers and fathers of people that have died in the jail don't even have a right to know. Don't have a right to know. And I have brought this up at all public meetings, all local governmental bodies in Valdosta and Lowndes County and Brooks County, and absolutely no elected official, Jack Kingston, Governor Sonny Perdue, nobody would even address that issue in the state of Georgia and in the United States of America, in the land of the free and the home of the disgraceful brave. It's sad. But Jesus said, "And ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set and make you free." Now, why am I saying all of this? Because I see churches downtown and make me think that there are followers of Jesus Christ. I see temples make me think people worship or at least have some association with Buddha. I see mosques and masjid in Islam make me think that somebody is following Allah. But when it comes down to here in South Georgia, when we all sit back and just play deaf, dumb, and blind, and yet we tell people we love Jesus, we love Muhammad. I think Helen Butler and Tyrone Brooks and the people who step out on the line, I think they are the best Christians. I think they are the best followers of those great words. Let's listen to a little bit more, and we're going to close this clip out.
To the Quitman 10. And again, it's to the Board of Education, and wonder why. Remember, education is knowledge. And the more knowledge you have, the more that you can do, and people can't take advantage of you. So if there are people that you elect to represent your interest on the Board of Education, you need to support them, because they're going to make sure the curriculums are there that takes care of our history. The curriculums are there to make sure that our children can compete globally, not just in the United States, but globally. So we're saying to Quitman, Georgia, come out, support the Quitman 10 in Macon on next Saturday, May 14th, because we'll be there, and we want to see you there.
And then in June,
and
back here,
then back on Juneteenth. Now you know what Juneteenth represents. Well, make sure.
That is the event where nearly 200 people showed up, and the local Quitman Free Press reported on Juneteenth, but they ignored the civil rights organization that made it possible for them to even have a Juneteenth in the Black African American community with equal participation. But guess what? They were ignored by the Quitman Free Press and other newspapers. The Valdosta Daily Times didn't report it. Channel 6, 10, rest of them all ignored it. Maybe because it wasn't Jack Kingston. But I'm not going to say that. You decide.
You stand up for your history. Make sure that you represent. So we want you back here on June the 18th to support the Quitman 10.
All right, my beautiful sister. Now, anything you want to ask me?
Well, I want to ask you, are you making sure that you're Twittering, you're Facebooking, you're blogging, that you can get those young people mobilized? Can we get the message out to every facet that people need to be engaged? Can you contact the ministers, get them on record to say they support the Quitman 10?
I'm going to do what I do, and if I do what I do, I think you'll be pleased. I think if you Google Quitman 10, that's Quitman 10 radio friends, Quitman
Google Quitman 10, and you will see what I've been doing. I only go back, I mentioned Mary Turner, but I also been down to Rosewood with the famous Marvin Dunn. They're trying to, he bought 5 acres.
That's another thing. Mr. Roberts and myself been down to Rosewood. We did work down there. It was worthy to report it here in South Georgia because the people that went to Rosewood, the history says that they were running from oppression from Macon and Atlanta and from Lowndes County, and they ended up in Rosewood. But here again, when we returned back to Rosewood, the Miami Herald did a story on us, 2-page fold, but our local community, Valdosta Daily Times, didn't do not one story on us, and we from Valdosta. There was other sites who picked up on the story of what we were doing in Rosewood with the famous psychologist Michael Dunn, but absolutely nothing was given here to the people in South Georgia. It's much like I just came back on October 11th, about 4 days. I was in Bentonville, Arkansas on behalf of to represent the mistreated workers of Walmart Stores Incorporated. 141 people marched on the home office of Bentonville. I informed the Valdosta Daily Times. I didn't go to the newspapers, but I told them, several people about it, but nobody reported on that. But yet when certain people go certain areas, they are published in the newspaper, but that's okay. What we are concerned about is the Quitman 10, but I just want to highlight here so you all will know that in South Georgia, we need a news media outlet that is fair, truly balanced, and that respects maintaining an archival record of history so history will not be lost for the people of today, tomorrow, and coming generations. And that is what Brother Rhymes have been trying to do, and I will continue to do, along with John Quarterman. I understand 5 other people are going to get on YouTube, and we're going to make a difference in this community, with or without.
He bought the railroad tracks. We went down there and installed a bridge. We are working in down there, and the people are coming together with the universities in Florida. We got a big work coming up. It's on the internet too. The famous psychologist Marvin Dunn down in Rosewood. We're also working with the SCLC, the NAACP, and anybody else at the university. Dr. Noble, we're working with them. But my beautiful brother John Quarterman, I ask you to also Google John Quarterman. He has a blog, and I mean it's sweeping. Down here in this area for so long, we have not had access to the news media. And so now the news media wouldn't report. So now we're taking it into our own hands. We're doing our own interview. We posting our own video on the web, and we're going to make, you hear me, radio friends? We are going to make them do what they're supposed to do, or we're going to shut them out and we'll start our own newspaper and television station.
Hey, listen, my brother, I support you wholeheartedly. We need the truth, and I mean the real.
You know, not only we need the truth. Now look, these 30 deaths, the death of Willie James Williams, there's a video out called A Chorus of Fear. Google it. It's called A Chorus of Fear. Inmate Willie James Williams died while in the Valdosta Lowndes County Jail on September 2nd, 98. In 98. You need to watch that video. And it will highlight what's been going on here in our community. Oprah Winfrey can't say that she didn't know about it. Al Sharpton can't say he don't know about it. Reverend Jesse Jackson can't say that he don't know about it. Joseph Lowry can't say that he don't know about it. The Congressional Black Caucus, Maxine Waters, can't say that she don't know about it. The Attorney General can't say that he don't know about it. Former Lieutenant Governor, what's his name before, anyway, they know about it. They all know about it. Michael Thurman know about it. The Georgia General Assembly knows about it. The president has been given a copy of it. George Bush and the local president, Barack Obama. But there's something strange that happens in times like these. But I believe in the truth of Muhammad. I believe in the truth of Jesus. I believe in the truth of Buddha. I believe in the truth of all these great worthies, including the son of Amram and Yoshabel Moses in Judaism. But if we all turn deaf ear to those who try to build a better planet, then we are going to destroy everything that we cherished in this world of ours. There are people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of watching people lie to them on election day. And after election, they go home to play. Let's close this out now.
Truth to be spoken and given to our people so that they don't have to hear these untruths by these national media services. I commend you. I support your efforts, and anything you can do to get the word out to the people, I say kudos to you and keep up the good work, my brother.
Thank you, and I'm going to leave you. I want you to give me your email address. I'm going to email you, and I want you. You can email me. I want you to send me the flyers if you all have any flyers, so I can get those in the community at least as much as I can. Okay. Thank you very much. What's your name once again?
My name is Helen Butler, and again, come out and support the Quitman 10.
Okay. Do you mind me airing this on putting this on my blog? Because I may script it all out.
No,
I put it on all the radio stations in the area. Radio friends, y'all hear that? I got that permission, and so if y'all want to complain, do it. But I'm gonna do what I do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Friends, I was down here on the shed. This is a veteran.
I try to be fair because it's the right thing to do. And let me clarify once again for the record, just in case, I don't want you all to take it out of proportion or to be ignorant. I sent several videos to Oprah Winfrey because I thought that she would really be concerned about the 30 deaths that is being ignored, and we don't know how many more. Lowndes County is leading the state of Georgia in jail deaths. 60 Minutes, 48 Hours, 2020, Fox News, all of them. It's not news to them. If this had happened in Iraq, Iran, Bangladesh, or Somalia, I guess it would be news. But because it's in the land of the free, the home of the so-called brave, it is of no value. I guess because I'm a military retired veteran and wrongfully terminated at Walmart Stores Incorporated, standing with the Quitman 10 100%. And I can't let it go. And so maybe that's why they don't want to cover the truth that we present. But I believe in the God that others talk about. And eventually, God is going to touch the hearts of somebody. Some news reporter. Somebody that really and truly read about what a Christian or a real Muslim is all about. Or a real Jew in Judaism. Or a real member of Hindu or Buddhist. And they coming. You can't stop the truth. You can't stop it. It may come after me. But it will be. It must be presented. Or God himself is a liar. If the truth here in South Georgia, listen to me close, is not publicized and made known to the general public, then God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a liar. And that my God cannot do. For it is written, heaven and earth would pass away, but my word and my truth would stand forever. And furthermore, he said, there is nothing hidden, Valdosta Daily Times, nothing hidden, South Georgia television stations, nothing hidden, South Georgia radio stations, nothing hidden, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and others, that will not be made known, that will not be manifested and brought open to the eyes of the public. And furthermore, what is done in the dark and maintained in secrecy will be made public. I stand on that because I believe in the God that y'all play with. Many of you, not all of you. Now let's hear from, all this took place with the Quitman 10 ceremony. Now I'm still on point with the Quitman 10. But I want you all to see, this is not, I got much more I want you all to know. There is an asserted effort to me to find the Quitman 10 guilty. In fact, it seems like to me they've been tried even before court. Then I want to give you the credentials. I want to give you the educational and the background of the Quitman 10, or the Quitman 12 now. They are outstanding, upright citizens in the community. And have gotten recognition from their community, at the state level, and other cities across the nation. But here in Valdosta and South Georgia, they can't even get the news out.
What's your name, first of all, my brother?
My name is James G.B.R
Okay, and you black or white?
I'm black.
We got a black man here. Are you in jail or in prison? Got prison sentence over your head?
No, sir.
What did you do in life? What was your career?
First, I went in the Navy back in 1988. I got out and I was a correctional officer. And then I decided to go back in the military, so I joined the Army. And I just retired March 1st, 2010.
Now this is Jerry Brown, and Brown was just elected to the Quitman City Council. He's an up-and-coming young man. I look for him to do great things. He stands in support of the Quitman 10, but you don't know nothing about that because although it happened here at a public meeting, your South Georgia news media didn't want you to know, but I'm going to let him tell you now, okay?
Did you get this on with this time?
No, I got an honorable retirement. I retired.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Radio friend, we just proved a lot of and how old are you, by the way?
I'm only 40 years old.
You're 40 years old. That lets you know all our black men ain't in jail. So that's my point.
Yes.
Anything else you want to leave with radio listeners?
Nothing much except if you just apply yourself and you have to read.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because a lot of things that we need to know are written in documents.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't read those documents, then you will not know.
Wow, that's powerful, my brother.
And knowledge is power.
Radio friends, y'all heard that? He said read. That's R-E-A-D. Read.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, stop watching so much TV and read. Thank you, my beautiful brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
We're going to close this out now. There is so much more I would like to share with you. But we will be following the Quitman 10. And with or without our whiteout news media in South Georgia, we hope that you will follow us on YouTube and blog kvci.blogspot.com. We do not know the racial makeup of the Brooks County grand jury that indicted the Quitman 10. It was not published in the newspapers. It was not broadcast on television here in South Georgia to my knowledge. And we all want to know. And I'm promising you that I'm going to tell you. I'm going to do what your professional news media will not do. You know what I say? John Quarterman, my beautiful Caucasian right brother. My Caucasian right brother. You know, there are a lot of white people in this community that is sick and tired of what is going on in this community, and often people think that it's just a black or white thing. That's why I keep these. People think it's just a black or white thing, you know. It's not a black or white thing. It's a right thing. It's all about the right thing. That's what it's about. It's not about black and white. It's about the right thing. The same thing the white child needs: water, love, care, education. Own some of the businesses downtown in Brooks County, to get some of the money from asphalt paving, to get some of the money from the construction industry, to get some of the money from building hotels and owning restaurants and getting Section 3 contracts and Title 6 that the federal government gives money to the low disadvantaged income. Both the black and white people in need the same thing. But we let Rush Limbaugh turn us upside down. We let Glenn Beck turn us upside down and just shake us all around and make us hate one another and cut the food with one another and make us hate each other. And I'm a Democrat and you're a Republican, when we all are just human beings just trying to get along in a world like this. That's what it's all about. we act stupid. It ain't about black or white. It's about right and righteousness. And so, if we don't know the makeup of the grand jury, it makes us question whether the jury pool or the jury itself will be majority white or all white, with 3 or 4 black alternates to give the appearance of a fair and just trial. We must ask how many black judges are on the Southern Circuit. Yeah, that's what we need to ask. How many black qualified judges has been appointed? How many have Sonny Perdue appointed? How many black judges in this district have the governor appointed? Or attorney generals? Do we have? And if we don't have any, then we need to work vigorously to try to get some. And if we don't have any, we at least ought to be informed and be made aware of it so we can take and find some of our black children with all these A+ averages in gifted programs can do what they do and get qualified. You know, that qualification is what they use today. They'll say you're not. Let me get back to this. Quitman 10. I am 100% sure that America has set a dangerous precedent for all future United States presidents, because they have treated Barack Obama in such a way that is unprecedented. This man's name and the way we treat him is showing the world how we feel about the president that the American people voted into office to serve this nation. Everything that President Barack Obama does is criticized. It's like as if though Rush Limbaugh and others are asking God to repent for even allowing this man to come from his mother's womb. And the sad thing about it is there are black congressmen, there are Democrats, and there are good Republicans who won't say nothing. And they are watching and witnessing the downfall of the greatest country, the greatest nation on the planet today. But I say to America that greater nations than America has fallen. And the book of Revelation says, Babylon the Great has fallen and is falling, is falling. And we must ask a question today. Is America falling, falling, falling because they now have a black African American in the White House? And my question is, if President Barack Obama had not been president, would the Quitman 10 have been indicted for voter fraud in Brooks County? It's sad. But I'm going to close by saying to you, there are too many black African Americans that gave their life. And there are some who died, we don't know how they died. But it was later determined that there's a great possibility that the government had a hand in it, or we did it to ourselves, and regardless of how it was done. Let us turn from the gun, and let us begin to love and respect each other. For God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. And somewhere I read, love ye one another. Why can't we do that in 2011 and 2012? And let us come together and do what needs to be done. It's kvci.blogspot.com. George Boston Rhymes saying, I love you. I wouldn't do what I do if I didn't love you. Bye-bye. We go. Peace.